Hello! Hi! Welcome to another art fight stream. I'm feeling better. Let's go! Oh, I'm not nearly as stuffed up as I used to be. I did do a fair amount of screaming because I was, playing Peak last night, so my voice is feeling slightly scratchy, but that's okay. That's okay. Only natural when you're having fun. So, as I'm sure you can see, I did do some, art while off of stream, of course, naturally, because I need to get this done. I kind of expected to have this done by the time I streamed again. Turns out this hair has taken me way longer than I ever predicted it could. So... Wowee! Hello, Exotic! Hi! Welcome to the stream! It's great to see ya! Yeah, the hair took me forever. I believe I'm now sitting at 8 hours and 42 minutes working on this collectively. I haven't sit there for 8 hours straight to work on it, though I probably could. Do I want to? No, I don't, because I need breaks. I have to have breaks. For the sake of my hands. For the sake of my hands and my sanity. Because I'm so detail oriented, it is insane. It's fine. It's fine though. We're fine. So today I'm gonna be rendering on this piece. I've already gone through and I've separated it into all the layers I normally separate it into. Anything that's a separate color from anything else, I separate into a different layer. I have a plan for the designs on the robe. I just hope that I just hope it works. So, I don't know if it'll actually work the way I want it to or not. Alright, real quick, first of all, I need to do a check. How's the music sound? How do I sound? How's the visuals? Is it a good resolution? I've been meaning to mess with the resolution because I noticed that whenever I do clips, it's always kind of pixelated a little bit. And I think that's a problem with how I have things set up. So I need to take a look at that. Anyway. How is everybody, by the way? I guess I'm gonna get started. But how is everybody? All sound great for me? Awesome, Exotic. Thank you so much. Alright, so I'm gonna take this layer and I'm gonna add it as I'm going to clip it to this particular layer so that way when I draw around, it's not going to draw outside of the layer I want it to be editing. So I have my skin layer underneath here and I'm adding this clip layer to it. Actually, do I need to give her... My plan was that this hair right here was covering her ear, but it doesn't really look like it's covering her ear, does it? Do I need to fix that? Does that look right? I'm just gonna go ahead and start renewing on the skin, and then y'all will tell me. I need to real quick before I do anything else. Let's see, that's the eyes. So I need to put the layer on top of this. I'm gonna draw a little red circle. I'm gonna use the textured pen. That's where the light's coming from. I'm also going to have ambient light coming from down here. But I think I'm going to paint the ambient light, since it's ambient light, it's not going to affect the shadows. I don't know. Would the moonlight be ambient light? Or, let's see. Is firelight strong? Would firelight be stronger? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'll figure it out as I go. I'm just gonna work the way I need to. Double lighting, yes, yes. I've done it twice. So I'm gonna try and do it again this time around. Let's see. So we're gonna pick a lighter gray color. Start us off right here. I like this. This is a nice mid-tone. I do like brushing over the skin a little bit to go ahead and get started with building up. Just a little bit, not much. Just to help with, here we go. Alright, now we go in, and I always start with the nose. I don't know why, but the nose knows, you know? You knows? Sorry, that was a bit funny. I always start with the bridge. Also, I'm listening, I haven't gotten the chance to do any music hunting because I've been working on stuff, but I do hope to find different music to play in the background of these streams, like just my streams in general, because otherwise I don't feel like it fits my vibes anymore. Like, it's still nice. It's still nice. I want something more classic. Like, classical and more fantasy-esque. And so I plan on finding me some royalty-free music for that. Okay. I'm gonna add some light up here. I'm gonna merge this into the nose. I like starting with the highest planes on the face. So you know, like with cell shading, you put your flat colors down, and then you start by putting down the shadows instead of what I'm doing, which is painting the light where the light is hitting the planes of the face. Which you could do it either way. I just like doing it this way first because I prefer thinking of the light rather than the shadows. I don't know. It's just it's like it's a mental thing for me. I'm not sure what it is exactly. I need to create some depth here. Go, and then we're gonna. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna show you guys how I build up my color for shading this stuff. So I always do like little triangular shapes. So especially on the forehead and on the cheeks, because that's where light hits first. The nose, the cheeks, and the forehead, and the chin, We can't forget about the chin. I worry about the lips a little bit later. I normally render around the lips. So now we're gonna just blend that in gradually. Kind of looks like sculpting. You extract and you add shades. Exactly. That is what I'm doing. I'm shaping it. It's contouring. It's contouring, just like makeup. Just like makeup. And so and most of the light is coming from above, so there's going to be more emphasis on the top half of her cheeks and the such. I'm also going to have more shadows over in this area that I'm working on here than I am on the other area, because this area over here is what's exposed to more light. So we're just gonna keep molding. I feel like I would have enjoyed a sculpture class. I feel like that would have been fun. Also, I plan on like taking a vote on if I should start like trying out different times for streaming, because while I like this consistency, I realize that it might not be the best time for a lot of people, and honestly, I kind of want to shake things up a little bit, because sometimes I just don't feel like streaming this early. But I do it anyway because like it's the time I said I was gonna stream, you know? But sometimes I'm just like, but I don't want to stream. You know? It's looking pretty nice so far. We'll be adding more lighting here in a second. For now, we're just setting down the base. That's what we're doing. And then I keep forgetting to do this, but I will be adding harsher shadows, like where the hair is casting shadows. The magic of time zones, it's either better or worse. I know! I can't... I feel so bad because I do want to stream where some people who follow me can catch a stream. But like, then there's like conflicting time zones and stuff, and I'm like, I'm so sorry guys, I promise. Because I want to yap at as many people as possible. I want to yap at all you guys. Oh no. Because I like engaging, you know? But anyway. Honestly, this is some of my best rendering I've done in a while. I think it's the tone I'm using. I think I picked a better... I think the past few times I've been doing this, I picked too harsh a lighter tone for the skin. Like, so my theory with it was, if I use the lighter one, and since it's if I use a brighter value, since I am building up on that value, it'll still create the range of values I want. But that's not how it works. I need to pick a mid-tone, or else my coloring ends up looking flat, and I don't want that. So I'm start with my mid-tone because my darker tone is the base, right? And I'm working around that. Then I use my mid-tone, and then I'll come back through with a lighter tone and add highlights. And then I go through and I add rim lighting later, because I like rim lighting. I think rim lighting adds a bit of magic to it, you know? Let's see. We're gonna do the eyelids next. Honestly, the eyelids have become a part of the drawing that I really enjoy rendering, because I've started like actually paying attention to it. I've started like actually adding depth and stuff to it. Oh, sorry, my program's lagging on me because today it decided that it just doesn't want to work with me. I'm also doing a lot more rotating than I was last time, and that might be it, because it does tend to like chug a little bit when I start rotating the canvas a little bit more. So light will be hitting this eyelid like so. Come on, turn for me, turn, thank you. And then we're just gonna build this up. Alright. It's so funny because on my screen the values aren't blended very well. So it's very, very obvious like where the shades are transitioning at. I wonder if it gets better if I zoom out. Just a little bit, not much. But I think that's just the capture quality of what I'm using. I do want a bit of depth here. And then this is where the eyebrow is. It's the muscle that eyebrow sits on. It's probably multiple muscles. I haven't taken an anatomy class in a while. Okay. And then do this and this. And then we're gonna brighten right here. And then merge it in. See? It creates a little shiny on the eyelid. A nice, subtle, little shiny. Huh? Will I? Actually, I think I need to make that bigger now that I think about it. This is a whole eyelid. Okay. That feels better. Ooh, shiny! Yeah, I'm pretty confident I'll get 2 attacks finished today. Oh, heck yeah! You've got this, alien. I'm slow at art. It's gonna take me forever to get this one done. Actually, okay, so the part that took me forever is the hair, like the line art for the hair specifically, you know? So I think it's... Please be nice to me. Please don't crash. I'm saving. Okay. Now we're gonna zoom in, and we're gonna zoom in gently. Make sure the program has time to catch up to me moving around. Fingers crossed, thank you. Thank you. Here we go. I don't know, does this look right? Do I need to add some right here to help make sure that depth is portrayed properly? So, alright, now we're going to do the corners. Okay. So we build up the corner here. This little number. Go around through here. This. Pull this around. Pull this in. I might have to work on that. See, adding depth to the eyes really helps. And then there's still a plane here that needs to be rendered. Not as strongly as everything else, but still strong. Since I did that, I'm gonna actually have to change this a little bit, brighten up that color variation so that it's still and then we'll bring it in a little bit. It'll meld better. Alright. Now, twist, and we're going to do the same thing to the other eye. And we're going to build this up. Do I necessarily know what I'm doing? No, not really. I'm just doing what feels right. I'm doing what my gut tells me to. This eye is going to have a lot of shadow on it, to be honest. So I'm probably gonna have to be a little more sparing. On my rendering for it. So let's see. Awesome. Okie dokie. And now pull this in. And then we're going to do the little eye trick again. Because we like adding depth. Okay. I know it's really, really subtle right now, but I'll be adding more to it. I've already built up too much light in this particular value around the eye there, so it's not giving me the same shiny effect that the top of the eyelid gives. But I normally add both to the bottom and the top. I've started doing that anyway, because I think it looks nice. I think it creates a little more visual intrigue around the eye and helps pull your attention to it. You know? Okay. Sorry, I'm adding a bit of shine to the chin here because again the chin's going to... Oh, I gotta do the rendering around this area of the face too. So since the mouth does protrude a little bit from the face, so we add planes. Think of like how Arcane doesn't blend like the planes of the face as much as they really like showing off the planes of the face, right? Their art style really is quite angular and painterly. So I think watching Arcane also really helped me with my art, now that I think about it. Because the way that they show the planes of the face through their highlights and stuff and their shadows, the placement of those really helped me figure out where I need to place mine, you know? And then we'll also need some around the corner of the lips. And again, I'll be going in with a brighter value in order to help define these a little bit better. Smile lines! The smile lines are important. to the lips. And we're just gonna create some... I normally do my own rendering on the lips, like aside from the grayscale on the skin. But this helps me make sure I just don't like leaving it. And plus, I do use the grayscale as a base. I just don't use it for the main detailing of the lip. I use it for the shaping. Even if I might start doing that since I keep getting stuck where the light lands, even if I barely see arcade. Yeah. I sometimes when I forget where highlights go, I'll just look up images and screenshots from Arcane and I'll just study that for a second and I'll be like, I see. And then I'll go back in on my art and start art styles like that are so cool to me. I've thought about possibly doing that with mine, but then I'm like, I'm not sure if it'll look nice. Like in grayscale it looks fine, I guess, but like in color, I'm like, I'm not sure if I should risk it, you know? Alright. Let's see. I've done it in like subtle spots in which I'll just keep the harsh lines because it works with the shading. But then I'll soften other lines that I know need to be a little more blended. Just a bit. Also, I love doing the Cupid's bow. Like rendering the Cupid's bow. I think it's so nice to render the Cupid's bow. I do need to lessen the harshness between. Okay. And then add some more light right here. And then pull that in again. So, because I think it's important. The Cupid's bow in the lips doesn't get enough love from my fellow artists. I need to use a bigger pen for this. I also vary my pen size a lot. I'm not sure if anybody noticed that or not, but I do vary my pen sizes a lot. So since this is the bridge of the nose, I do need to add some highlight here. Because the light is shining on that area of the face. Is it looking right? I think so. Okay. Now we're going to smooth some edges out. Using the bigger pen. Yeah. Go. And then here we go. Oh yeah, make sure you zoom out a lot. If you're one of the zoomers, make sure you zoom out some so that you actually get a full picture of what you're trying to draw. Because sometimes if you get too focused in on smaller portions of your piece, you'll end up losing sight of what looks better as a whole. Alright, and now we're gonna add some more light right here. Because, again, stronger light source should be coming from the top here. Zoom in and out every minute, yep. Always make sure you're keeping an eye on where you're zooming. This. And then smooth out these edges again. Building it up. This is a little too harsh right here. And then the light is coming from this direction, so it'll actually fade across the cheek like so into shadow. So we want to try and capture that. Yeah. And then we'll fade this out a little bit more. There we go. Hi, Leo! Welcome to the stream! I haven't seen you in a while. How you been? My goodness. I'm rendering right now. Let's see. I think this looks okay. Yeah. I'm gonna have to add shadows back here, highlights here, because again the chin is a prominent piece of the face that light catches on. There we go. Home Depot works me to death! No! I'm so sorry, Leo. That's awful. I hope it gets better for you. I hope it gets better for you. Have you gotten any chance to work on art fight stuff? At all? Let's see. I don't do art fight. Ah, okay. That's fair. Okay. Please be nice to me. 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 It's doing the thing again. It's a saving recovery information. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. We're saving? We're saving. Okay. It's saved. We're fine. It's cool. Crisis avoided once again. Averted. I guess I didn't really avert it. My program is just being nice today. It's doing good today. I like the way that nose looks. Oh, that makes me so happy. I like the way that ridge worked out. Just gonna blend it a little bit more because we want that line to be a little bit thinner. No, reminds me of the times Ibis crashes. I have to wait 10 minutes for the file to recover when it does that. I hate that. Banger nose, thank you. Thank you. I try. I really do. Hi, Queen! Hope we're having a good time. So happy. Oh my gosh! That's so exciting! That's so exciting, Queen. I hope you have fun at that concert. That sounds amazing. We're doing art again today. Here we go. Okay, that works out. Watching at home. Gotcha. Well, that's still fun. That's still exciting. That's still exciting. There we go. And then we're gonna fade into it a little bit. Okay. Yeah. I do kind of want to straighten out this line here to help the rendering. Maybe it's okay. Okay, see ya. See ya, Queen. Thank you for popping by. I appreciate it. Alright. I think that's enough. I think that's enough on the face for now. She says as she quickly goes back in to blend a line she sees. Okay. Now we're gonna work on this area. And yeah, I added some cracks to her arms and stuff because she is a... Okay, so this character is a earth genasi. And she's made of stone, I think? I don't know. I've also heard she's made of sand, so I don't know which is which. But she is a stone genasi druid, question mark? So we're gonna... So I added some cracks to her skin. Yeah, isn't it? I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I like the design a lot. I am gonna be honest. It's sandstone, maybe. This design is also so complicated, dude. I'm so... Like, it's not... And, like, most of the time the complication happens in the clothes for me, right? It's not in the clothes. It's literally just in her, like, physical design. And I'm, like... I was struggling so hard because there's so many details that I have to keep in mind for this character. I'm like, God, oh my gosh, why did I choose this? But it is such a fun character, though. I am enjoying it. Despite the struggles, I'm enjoying it. Despite the struggles. We want it to be a bit of a challenge. Why? What's the fun in doing something if it's just going to be a breeze for you? I like a challenge. Bro persists through the horrors. Yup. Persistence is key. Also, my rendering on the neck, I always feel like is like really, really detailed, and I'm not sure if it's to the detriment of the piece or if it works. Cause like I always like try and pay attention to where I think the tendons of the neck would stick out, and I don't know if people like looking at that or not. I don't know if it freaks some people out. I don't know. This looks nice, I think. so it's fine. Kitty! You're back again! Hello, Schnookums! Oh my goodness. Baby. Baby, where'd you go? Oh, there she is. My goodness. Oh, she's so curious. She's so curious. Say hi, though. Oh, that's my foot. That's my foot. Sweet little bungo. Sweet little bumgorf. Okay. I got Bumgorf from Starfire. From, like, Teen Titans. Like, the animated series back in, like, the early 2000s. The way she, her pet alien Silky. Y'all, I'm not sure if anybody remembers that or not. But like her pet alien Silky. I think that's what the alien was called, Silky. The cutest little creature ever. Absolutely adored it. Ooh. Alright. So this portion of the rendering is going to be a little bit different. So what we're going to do is that we're still going to add these highlights here. But we're going to skip some areas. Nerd. Ah! No! What? Don't point your finger at me. Ah! I've been ousted. I've been outed. Nerd. Honestly, I wish they were a Marvel property so I could see them in Marvel Rivals. I'm not gonna lie, but they're DC. And that makes me sad. It makes me so sad. Stop pointing your finger at me. I will bite your finger. Don't tempt me. Got fangs for a reason. There we go. Okay, so I'm adding shading to the bottom of the fingers like this because of the ambient light. So there is still going to be some light hitting the fingers just from the bottom, but it's going to be concentrated right around this area. Right? So that there's still some depth there. You still gotta add some right here. See? Leo! Stop it! Stop it! You're hurting my feelings. All right. All right. So we're doing a lot better with this. See, and then you allow the intensity to be up here, right? Where the fingers are exposed to the most light. I don't know if I'm explaining this well. I'm also not a professional, guys. Like, do I hope to do this professionally? Yes. But do I understand light to the point to where I can speak confidently on it? No. No. But I'm trying, and I think that's what matters. The best tips I can give people for lighting is to just study it. Just constantly, not constantly, but like whenever you get the chance and you're just like out and about in the world and you're like, just take a chance and just take that like small moments and just observe. That's how I've gotten a better hang of it, is through observation. Observation is like your best tool, I think, as like an artist. Um, so true, King. Thank you. Let's see. Let's render this a little bit. I also look up a lot of lighting stuff. References from photos work really well. References from photos work wonders. Let's see. I like staring at photos. Pinterest is both a friend and an enemy. I get stuck scrolling on there so often when I try and look up references, but it's also a great place for finding references, you know? You just gotta have like the mental strength to not let yourself get distracted, you know? Because it is a black hole is the best way I can describe it. It just sucks you in. And you start, next thing you know, you're doom scrolling on Pinterest. And it's like, wait, no, I was here for something. And then I forget what I was there for. And I'm like, and then I'll go back to my art and I'm like, oh, hey, that's what I was doing. And then the process starts all over again. It takes a strong person to be able to go into Pinterest and come out with what they wanted, you know? Without getting distracted for hours. Me every time I would go look for rest. No, it's such a... It's a struggle. It's a struggle. It really is. Let's see. And then we're gonna do this again. Here we go. And I'll go back in and I'll blend everything eventually. But for now, I'm just doing this. I'm gonna save because it's been a while since I last saved. And of course I'm gonna go in with the lighter color, as I said before, and I'm gonna... Oh, I really need to... Now that I think about it, I really do need to go in and... I need to save the grays, the gray values I'm working with. I need to create a palette. I need to create a grayscale palette because if, so that I stop losing these values that I'm using. Because right now, the value I'm using, I feel like is working really well for me right now. So I need to save that in like a color palette folder because I can do that on Clip Studio Paint. I just forget I can and I don't ever do it. But it'd be super helpful. I also need to spend the time making skin color gradients so that I don't have to keep remaking them every time I want to do something. And then I can just subtly adjust them if I need to. Anyway, essentially, I just need to start making shortcuts for myself. Because I haven't been, and I keep just redoing everything over and over again. And it really would help my workflow if I would just spend the time, like a few hours, just going through and setting up shortcuts for myself. And it would save me so much time in the long run. But I don't do it because I'm silly. Don't be like Silver, guys. Don't be like Silver. Okay, I just realized that would she have the same musculature if she's stone? Should I make a stylistic choice and not blend the skin? because she's stone? Yes? Yes? Okay, are you saying yes to the musculature question, or are you saying yes to not blending my shading and keeping it this way on at least the skin in order to keep the stone-like radiance? So I'm not sure which one you're saying yes to. Continue doing this. I mean, like, theoretically, should she's made of magic, she would look like stone, not smooth. Okay, so I won't. So I'll smooth out certain portions of it that I need to be smoothed out, but I'll try and preserve the painterly strokes. Yes, keep the stone-like shading. Gotcha. Okay. I will do my best to keep painterly strokes. I will need to blend certain things, like the, highlights. Like the highlights. This is the mid-tone. Highlights, and then shadows are the darker color. So yeah, I should always work in threes. Of course I should. The rule of three, everybody. It's a universal truth. Too much. Yeah. Okie dokie. And then we're actually gonna go over here, and we're gonna shade some. We're gonna use this smaller shading tool that I've got, and we're gonna create some depth over here by the eyebrow, because I just realized that I didn't work at all over on the eyebrow over here. I think this might be my favorite part of my current art process, is the rendering. I have a lot of fun doing it. Okay. And then keep this. Okay. And then we're actually going to go over here, and we're going to do the same thing. Okay. See how I'm skipping that middle part, because that's where there's going to be a lot of harsh shadows. Going this way. Highlight this knuckle again. This one too. And then this one. Gosh, it's so much fun creating depth. Like, this is so much fun to me. I don't quite understand why. Num-nums! Thank you! Oh, thank you. Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna keep building off of this. I should be using my little window over here to see. I need to rearrange that, and then, yeah. Again, back to the whole I need to create shortcuts for myself thing. I really do need to create shortcuts for myself. Let's see. Yeah. I like this. This is looking nice. This is looking quite pleasant. So, is anybody working on any art projects aside from Art Fight? Real quick, I'm gonna go up here. Shading values. Go. And then we're going to go here. Choose bigger. And then we're just gonna put this value here. We're gonna go steal the darker value. And then we're gonna stick the darker value. What was I doing? Oh yeah. I'm gonna stick the darker value here. And then we're gonna pick a lighter value. And that contrasts. That's a little too much contrast. Literally matches the background, but that's okay. We'll actually just put it in the middle here. Here we go. Alright. So now that we did that, we're gonna go back to... Am I done with the mid-tone shading? I say no. Because I want to... a little bit more right over here. On these fingers. Oh wait. Wrong spot. Oh. Okay. Back to this one. Okay, now we'll start rendering. So I do need a little more depth here. Alright. Okay, pausing to snack on something. Yummy. Alright. I'm not sure if I want to go in and do the highlights right now, or if I want to move on to the clothes. Rose munchin'? I am munchin'. I haven't had breakfast yet this morning. This be my breakfast. I think right now I'm too much into... Right now I'm too focused on the mid-tones right now, so I think I am going to just continue. So this is going to be layer 7, right over the shift, which is the undergarment underneath this poncho. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, so we're renaming things. This is the robe, and this is the poncho. There we go. That makes more sense. That makes far more sense. Alright. Now we're gonna go... and we're just gonna create the base for the shading here. Just a small... okay. And then this meets here. I'll actually erase what I need to. If I do too much. Alright. And then we're gonna do this. Gonna add some more light here. Shrink our... I'm ignoring the strings right now in favor of getting the wrinkles in this situated. Okay. And then of course, the hem here would be exposed to quite a bit of light. I'm gonna do that again. Okay. Blend this a little bit. Continue making this over here. Alright. Here. Same thing. Create more depth around the hem. Okay. Do these wrinkles make sense? And going. Here we go. The wrinkles make sense? Good, 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 good. Oh, saving recovery information. Recovery settings can be adjusted under preferences. Ah! Please love me. Please don't cancel. Oh, thank goodness. Saving? Saving? Okay. Back to doing what we were doing. Here we go. Alright. And now, I'm gonna do a little bit of magic. And by magic, I mean we're erasing... Oops. We're erasing... Oh my gosh. Why do I have stabilization on this? Turn that down. Gosh. Because we want to render this our own way. There we go. Now we're gonna go and reapply this. I'm gonna use a smaller brush. Even smaller to help create depth. Here we go. And then we're gonna work on the thingies here. And we're just brightening them up for now. Alright, now time for the knees. But first, eye munch. Look at what we've done so far. We've done so good. Bro's so goated. Okay. I also really like drawing fabric. I know I mentioned earlier that I really like this rendering process, but I also really like just drawing fabric, like the line art for it. I don't know why. It's so flowy, so pretty. It makes my brain so happy. So excited for fabric time. All right, so okay, I'm so sorry. I really want to finish off this food because it probably won't be good within the next 30 minutes. So just give me 1 second. Boom, finished it off. All right. Now we're locking back in again. Oh, I'm so silly. That's an eraser! Oh, that's too tiny. There we go. Alright, once again, we're laying down a thin layer. And then we're gonna build off of it. Sorry, it's taken me a while to say things. I don't know, I'm not really in the streamer mindset today. I don't know why. Okay. Actually, I need to make sure all of this makes sense. There we go. Create some depth by adding a lighter area here because that's where the knee is. Alright. Alright. There we go. And then that loops up to here. And then this. It's a bit of contouring. Okay. I'm having a good little fabric time. Alright. Oof. Hi, Mummy Faye. Welcome into the stream. How art thou faring? Let's see. Oops. We're gonna go in here. Create a lighter highlight. We're actually gonna do the same. Actually, no, we're not, because there's supposed to be a shadow there. And then we're gonna do the same right here. And then right here. And then we're gonna continue it up here. Help create some depth. And do the same right here. And I'm okay, thank you. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm arting. That's what I be doing. Do you want to blend this just a little bit? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna actually intensify this part just a little bit to help make sure there's a distinction there. And then actually pull it so to help create more wrinkles. I like pushing and pulling the shadows too, because it works really, really well for rendering the fabric too. I feel like this is too much. Actually, I need to smooth this out a little bit more. Yeah, that works. I'm so glad you finished that, Mummy Bay. And then, do this. For the sake of depth, we're also gonna do this, also for the sake of depth. Ta-da! Looky there. Looky there. We are making progress. We are making quite a bit of progress. Stretch. Okay. Let's see what else. I think that's good enough. I think this is satisfactory. Possibly, maybe. I think bro might be making progress. I am! It's because y'all are here. It's your encouragement. It's what gives me strength. Do like this here, but I do need to lighten it just a bit, just so we can make certain we see it, just for the sake of distinction. Here we go. Ta-da! Alright. Now you see for this, I will actually use a blending tool. So, we're gonna go in. We're going to lighten this. And we're just gonna blend it in very specific areas. Just so, to make sure it looks more like fabric. And as per the vote, we will be keeping the painterly look for the skin since the character is made of stone. That is what we decided. Okay, so this needs blended. There's some strokes there that I don't want present necessarily. There we go. And then we're gonna go back here, and we're gonna do something similar. I'm gonna just gradually blend certain areas that the shadows and the lighting wouldn't be so harsh in. So here. And then right up here. Blending. And here, since it's so far away, we may just run it just a little bit. This still feels a little too much. Here we go. The vote quotation parts. It was just Leo. Let's see. What else? Here we go. That feels better. All right. I think the robe is done until we do highlights. So, now, we're gonna move on to the poncho, which is the big one. The big fabric that I really gotta focus on, because that's what people are gonna see at the forefront. Alright, once again, we go through. Once again, I chose the wrong thing. Alright, I'm gonna go through, and we're just gonna gently brush on the light. Try and guide ourselves as to where we would be putting said light. Just a little bit here. And a lot more here. And then up here on this shoulder. And then it's gonna go down here. And then it'll fade a little bit. But it'll stay mostly concentrated up here. And then stretch. No, it won't stretch over because there's a wrinkle there. So, whoop. Then fix that. Mess it up. And this up here. And that one needs to be. Here we go. It's more of an angle. Alright. And then we're gonna add some right here. And add some right here. Now we're gonna do a smaller brush, and we're gonna do that again. And we just build up from there. Same as we've been doing. Okay. We zoom in. And then we're just gonna block in where we want the light, and then we'll do some detailing here in a little bit. We want most of this light to come in from here, because again, our light source is this red area right here. Our ambient light source is this blue area right here. I love having indicators. Little notes to myself help me keep on track. Keep me focused. That's what I was trying to say. Focus. Okay. And then this will actually drape down just a little bit. No, don't do that. Not yet. Okay. Let's continue. It's gonna have a harsher edge right here. And pull, slide over. saving recovery information. Which means we need to save. Please be nice to me, please be nice to me, please be nice. Thank you. I don't know why I held it down like that. All right. Okay. And I'm gonna keep pulling this over. Just keep blocking it out. Just keep blocking it out. Alright. And now we're gonna start going in and adding these little details. Just hardening up some of these edges, shaping some of the blocking we did. Make sure that we're giving the fabric the justice it deserves. Lighten that a bit more. Just gonna continuously build up our lighting. I haven't gotten into the details yet because I'm still trying to get it to work. Sorry, I giggled because on my screen, since I have so many values up right now because of my blending, it kind of moves a little bit because my screen is constantly trying to adjust to the different levels of value I have on the screen right now. And so like it looks like it's moving on my screen. It's very trippy, very interesting. Very strange. But it isn't like affecting the way I see the drawing, so it's really not annoying at all. It's just funny. It's funny to see. Promise I'm not losing my mind. That's not what that was. It's just drawing program can be silly sometimes. Okay. I No, Silver, I think you're losing it. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I promise I'm fine. All is well. All is well within my noggin, I promise. I'm perfectly sane. Perfectly sane. Oh, what'd you do that for? Here we go. Alright. Now we're gonna build off a little bit over here. At least one of us is. It's fine. It's fine. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna use this to fix some of this. Alright, and then same thing over here. And then okay. Alright. We're gonna take this and we're gonna work a little bit on the wrinkles over here. They need some depth to them. Alright. And some more depth here. Like so. I might actually pull some of this shading down. There we go. And then do the same thing here. It just creates a little more depth to everything. Alright. Same thing. There we go. Bring this out. Pull this down. Was trying to catch up to me and I had to stop for a second. I was like, wait, I can't keep up. You're working too fast. Alright. Now, I'm gonna go over here. Work a little bit on this. I like to see it. That's what I like to see. And same thing over here. But we're going to do some subtle variation. As there is a small wrinkle here. Okay. And then we want this to have some depth to it. This is the sleeve. Oops. Alright. Nice. Alright. How are we liking it thus far? How do we feel? Sorry, I was stretching. Do we like it? I'm also listening to like medieval music in my headphones right now. So, if you hear me humming, it's because I'm humming to that music. It is not I am not humming to the music that's playing on stream right now. Again, I need to get y'all some better music to listen to. If since I don't have a game going, y'all can't hear. There's not really any ambience for you guys aside from the random lo-fi music I picked out. Lo-fi, however you say it. Okay. Alright. Here. And then we're gonna yep. And then here. I need to make it smaller. Okay. And then right here. And here. Hee ha ha ha. Alright. I'm liking how this is looking. I should really use indicators for my shading more often, because it is really helping me keep in mind like where I need to keep my where I need to put the intensity of my shading and stuff. Otherwise I'd be kind of just I'd have to stop and think way more often. Right now, since I've got this here, this red circle here, I'm pretty confident in where I'm putting my lighting and stuff. So, it's very nice. It's very nice. So I still have to go in and I have to add highlights, and I also need to use the eraser tool to add some harder edges to my shading. So I'll be doing that in a little bit. First, I want to get through rendering these areas. Oh, nearly forgot about this. I can use 25? Yeah, 25 should do for this one. Oh. It's our sign to save. good. No, we're not. Okay, now we're good. Okay. We're fine. It's fine. Nothing to fear. All is well. All right. Gonna add some. Okay. And then some right here. Yeah, and we want it a little bit bigger. Yeah, adds a little more depth to it. We still want it to travel up a little bit because it wouldn't, yeah, it wouldn't be that difference. There'd still be some crossover here. Here we go, that looks a bit better. Yeah, okay. Alright. Gonna do some shaping again. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna pull this down from here. Because that contrasts a little too much between the shadows and the light. And then smooth over. Some of that here. It's too harsh. It's just, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Smaller brush again. And keep building. Okay. brush tool. Add some more depth in. Meld. Okay, and we're gonna do the same right here. Because some of those lines are a little too harsh. Okay. Alrighty. So need to render this area. Alright. That actually might be too much. Right. Back over here. Because I nearly forgot about... I didn't nearly. I did forget about this area. So... Okay. Yeah. All right. I like it. I like it. Oh, stretch. All right. And I do need a little bit more here. Shoulder is exposed to the light. Okay. Yeah, that works, I think. Mm. Okay, wait, maybe. I think that looks a little bit better. I'm struggling a little bit with the folds, like right here where she's sitting, because I don't really. It's a heavy fabric. I don't think the folds wouldn't be this small right here. I think I need to. Same thing with this. And then make the folds too small. That feels a bit better. That feels a bit better. I like it. It feels a little bit better. Okay, so we are now done with the poncho. All that's left is the hair. All that's left is the hair. And the hair is next. So we're gonna lock in and do this hair. I say that all that's left is the hair, but I still have to go through and do the highlights on these. Just build up little details and stuff. I think that deserves a yahoo and a yippee! I agree. I agree. It does deserve accolades, definitely. Alright, so for the hair, we're gonna go over here and we're gonna go to my fancy little hairbrush. I got it off the Clip Studio Paint store for free. Do I remember who I got it from? No, I should have written that down. But that's okay. We've got some hair to render. Oh. I might have to do the hair off stream. I might have to do the hair off stream because it looks like it's not wanting to cooperate with, it's not wanting to cooperate with the lag that's happening on Clip Studio Paint right now. So instead, I guess we'll work on the stick. We'll work on the stick instead. Switching back to watercolor. Once again, we're gonna use the bigger setting in order to lock in some basic shading. It's saving recovery information, which means it's time for us to save. Because we've been working a lot. Okay, let's save. Now we go back. Doing what we were doing. Alright. We've gotten the basics. I will say that we do need to make this part. Nope. And we're just going to do some basic shading. are gonna start rendering. And I'm just going through and I'm just creating a bark-like texture by just picking and choosing at random how much pressure I apply and when. See? Do we like it? Do we like it? It's a technique that I literally just thought of. Like, am I the first to think of it? No, that's not what I'm claiming. But it's the first time I ever thought to implement it for myself. And the first time I was like, yo, wait a minute. Can I just do this little number here? And I can. And this is another instance in which I'm getting it, I got it. And then just keep doing this. Yes, see? It is. It's creating, it's doing exactly what I want it to. And we're just gonna keep doing that. Yeah, I'm liking it. Just gotta be smart about where I put stuff. Here we go. Looky there. Yes, yes. I'm really liking this. And same thing that I'm gonna do with the skin, I'm actually going to keep this texturing. Oh! And we're not gonna blend it. We're not gonna blend it. Alright. I see that it is 12:32, which means I need to start wrapping up stream. So we're just gonna quit. At least get to this next section of the... Actually, we're just gonna stop here. Never mind. Save. And that's the end of stream. Thank you all so much for coming. I really appreciate you. Same thing as today. I don't know if I'll be drawing next stream or if I'll be playing a game. Oh, well, hello! I don't know how to pronounce your name, but thank you so much for popping in. I'm so thank you for the compliment. Yes, thank you. I hoped that the texture would look okay. Oh, thank you. I'm so sorry. I'm about to have to go though. I really appreciate you popping in though. That's amazing. Thank you so much. I might be doing more art streams since it's art fight. I kind of like this, honestly. I kind of like doing this art stream stuff. But I'm probably going to throw a few games in. Maybe I'll start a stream doing some art and then... No, that won't work. Okay, anyway, point is, I gotta go. Bye! See y'all later. Thank you so much. I love Silverstream. Thank you. I love you guys. Bye-bye. Love it next time as well. All right. Well, oh, dang. So sorry. My mic peaked there. That's awful. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna sit back here because apparently my mic changed. Thank you. I'll probably do some art next time as well, and maybe a game some other time. Anyway, bye-bye.